Presentation was the classic Peter and the Wolf, narrated by none other than our own senior meteorologist, Mike Randall. A snowy night here in western New York. 7 First Alert meteorologist Don Paul is tracking your 7 First Alert most accurate forecast. Don?
Well, Mike may be senior, but I'm older than he is. Well, this is a model of projected peak gusts tonight and tomorrow. Usually these models tend to overdo it, but when I show you the current gusts, they're actually underdoing it a little bit. The strongest winds will be occurring between now and about 3 a.m. And by the time people walk out the door in the morning, the gusts will be much more manageable. So even where snow has accumulated, there will be less blowing snow in the morning commute, very little of it in the metro area. That's a gust. The sustained wind will be lighter than that. So I'm not looking for a bad commute, maybe a few rough spots on the higher terrain, and then the winds continue to wind down during the day. Now, we check out snow projections, and I've revised these downward. As I mentioned a few minutes ago, the moisture supply behind this deepening storm is turning out to be less than models had been projecting. Not a huge downward trend, but on the highest hills, 4 to 7 inches, less near the state line. Same goes for our Pennsylvania viewing area, 3 to 5 on the hills in northwest Allegheny County, 4 to 7 inches on some of the Boston hills, but the lakeshore, very little. Hamburg at the beach, maybe an inch. 1 to 3 inches to 3 inches. East Aurora, some of the higher terrain in Orchard Park, only about an inch in Buffalo. Outside chance of 2. An inch or less in much of Niagara County. 1 to 2 in Orleans County with a little Lake Huron moisture mixing in. Here are the real gusts right now. A gust of 44 at Niagara Falls, 40 at the Buffalo Airport, 41 at Jamestown, 46 at Bradford. And here's the storm that will be a monster for Maine tomorrow. Now moving offshore, it's just going to explode in the Gulf of Maine. But for us, the wraparound moisture behind it, as I said, a little less impressive, so there's no way anyone gets buried. You look upwind and you see some modest snow showers coming down from Michigan, Lake Huron, and it's going to be the hills that catch most of this. The wind is forced up the slopes. That squeezes the moisture out. Look where all the snow is. It's on the hills. As expected, temperatures have dropped a couple of degrees the last hour. We were back up to 35 in Buffalo for a while. We're starting to see some upper 20s in the southern tier. As for the actual placement of snow, it shows up primarily that hilly terrain. No change there, but look how little is showing up on the Niagara frontier, and that will be the case in the morning too. Very little, if anything, coming down in Buffalo. A few more snow showers late Tuesday. Let's go to your forecast for tonight. The morning low 28. Periods of snow, most of it on the hills. Strong gusts beginning to diminish toward morning. 4 to 7 on some hills. An inch or 2 on the Niagara frontier. Peak gusts of 45. And then for tomorrow, snow showers winding down during the day. 31. The winds 15 to 25 at dawn, coming down to 10 to 15. Quiet tomorrow night, a little colder. And then on Tuesday, it milds up, but it also gets windy. 39 degrees. Some snow showers showing up late Tuesday night into Wednesday. That could be a little powdery for the hills on the slopes as it gets colder for Wednesday and Thursday. But look at Saturday and Sunday. We're right back into a warm pattern, and it goes beyond next weekend.
All right. Well, I can hear that wind. It's whipping out there tonight. Thanks, Don.
Frisky.
Coming up next.